Hello and welcome to the Mittagong Fibro Cottage Deep Energy Retrofit Project. What you see here in the background, this used to be an old fibro cottage with a tile roof. We've now converted it to a modern, energy efficient, really comfortable home. Now this project was inspired by another project over here, which Sustainable House Day fans might know as the Greeny Flat. For those of you who aren't familiar with it, this was a little project that we started out with. The main goals were to try to build an energy positive, affordable, low maintenance, comfortable, healthy, water efficient, elderly friendly small home. And it's now been in existence for over 5 years, and it's proving to be highly successful on all fronts. The main thing that about the design is the passive solar aspect. Now, this happens to be a perfect site for a passive solar house. The piece of the property is long in the east-west direction, which means we've got a nice long wall facing directly north, which is that direction there. And what that means is that in the winter, when the sun is low in the sky, as it is right now, the sun is hitting that north wall and coming full into those big windows on the north side. And in the summertime, when the sun's high in the sky, there's enough of a roof overhang there to stop that sun from coming in at all. So a good passive solar design helps to keep a house warm in winter and cool in summer, so it does both. So we're on the west side of the house now, and you can see here that there's only very small windows on the west side. So the majority of the glass is on the north side of the building. But the small west windows is to reduce the heat gain in the summer and heat loss in the winter time. And we have a 5,000 litre water tank. We have a pump and an automatic switching device here. So whenever there's rainwater in the tank, we run the whole house off rainwater. So there's just a little hallway here, and then going through to the living room. So it's very simple. We just have 2 bedrooms at that end, living area, a little alcove, and then kitchen over there, bathroom through that door, and above the bathroom there's a storage loft, which also has the tank for the solar hot water system. A big part of a good passive solar design is having thermal mass on the inside of the building. In our case, we chose to use the concrete floor as the thermal mass. And what that means is in the winter time, as you can see now, the sun's coming in right back to where my foot is, which is pretty much the halfway point of the house. Sun's coming in and shining directly on that floor. And what's happening is that concrete is soaking up the heat from the sun and storing it, so that at night the heat will start to come back out. If you didn't have the thermal mass, your temperature graph would look like this. And with the thermal mass, it evens that out and helps to keep it within about a 10-degree temperature range. So it might be 25 inside during the day and 15 at night. So something like that. That's sort of our typical temperature range, summer and winter. And all of the plumbing is along that east wall. Hot water tank up there means that it's only a very short wait to get hot water to the kitchen sink or all of the appliances in the bathroom. It takes about 6 seconds to get hot water to the shower, which saves a lot of water and it saves a lot of energy. We've been monitoring all of our temperature and energy use and things. So right now it's 22 degrees inside, and that's only 10 degrees outside. We also have our energy monitor here that this is telling us that we're currently exporting 719 watts to the grid. We have a 3 kilowatt solar power system on the roof of the garage, and over the 5 years that my wife and I lived in here, we exported 2.5 times more power to the grid than we imported from the grid. And the house is all electric, so there's no other energy use. So our original goal of being energy positive, we far exceeded that, and only with a 3 kilowatt solar power system. So we're really, really happy with how the house has performed. From out here, we can see we've got our evacuated tube solar hot water system and our 3 kilowatts of solar on the house roof. Now, because we were exporting so much excess power to the grid, the obvious thing then was to get an electric car. So what you see here is this is a Mitsubishi Outlander plug-in hybrid electric vehicle, currently plugged in and charging up directly off our solar power system. Now, over to the old fibro cottage. Please see the next video for the rest of the story on the fibro cottage retrofit. Meanwhile, anyone who's interested can find lots more information about the Greeny Flat at greenyflat.com.au.